Alright, so this is going to be another movie review. This one's called Racing Stripes 2005. I'm giving it 4 out of 5 stars. I thought I was going to hate this movie, but kind of grew on me, surprised me quite a bit. For a kid's movie, it's really good. I think it gets a 5.2 out of 10 IMDb. It's kind of a motivational kids movie. Yeah, 5.2 out of 10. It's a pretty popular movie from 2005. Rated PG. It's poop jokes with a couple of flies. Voiced by Steve Harvey and David Spade. David Spade's got his goofy Joe Dirt voice going in this one. And it's about talking animals, so it's kind of like that Talking Horse TV show. But instead of a horse, it's a zebra. The zebra is young and impressionable. He doesn't know what's going on. He thinks he's a racehorse. And he gets adopted by an interesting 16-year-old blondie. She's I liked her character. I thought she was good. She falls in love with the zebra. Her dad is a farmer, former thoroughbred trainer, and he's kind of semi-retired, running a farm, that kind of thing. I hated the music in this, by the way. It's got the ebony, ivory, Michael Jackson, Paul McCartney duo with the two flies, and I hated that crap back in the 80s. And it's almost as bad as the Paul McCartney Christmas song, but yeah, it has that. That was about the only flaw I could find in this movie was the annoying music. The soundtrack is by Bryan Adams and Sting, so you got a lot of lamestream, well-known actors, I guess I should say, doing the voices. Of course, Emmet Walsh plays the live actor. I couldn't recognize any of the other actors. They're kind of newer actors after 1993, so none of them were familiar to me except Emmet Walsh. As far as the live actors go, the voices, there are a ton of big name actors that I can recognize. Washed up people who prefer to do voices because they're kind of old. Fred Thompson comes to mind. And anyways, pretty cool story about his zebra who's adopted by this 16-year-old blondie girl who's quite remarkable. The zebra thinks that it can race with thoroughbreds. He doesn't realize that he's a zebra. He's voiced by Frankie Muniz. And so the 16-year-old blondie tries to convince her pops to race again. This time with the zebra. Finally, he relents, and the barnyard animals talk to each other. Like I said, one of the little ponies is actually a a trainer, also kind of like a co-trainer. And I don't know what it is about horse movies, but I have a soft spot in my heart for horse movies like this. There was a movie that I watched with my mother. I can't even remember the name of it. It might be one of my YouTube reviews. It'd take me forever to find it on my YouTube channel, but maybe it's not even on there because I watched it so long ago. But when I was traveling up to Paradise to visit my mom, but or maybe it was Magalia. I can't even remember. It's been so long. But yeah, I like that movie. I used to like to go to the racetrack, watch all these chain smoking guys bet on horses, like as like a career, like that was their occupation was like betting on horses. And that's what Emmet Walsh does. He kind of drives a beat down car. My buddy and I used to hop the fence and go to the racetrack when we were in junior high school. And he turned out to be a day trader, ironically, which is what I want to do. I saw him on the bus one time after high school, and he was talking about buying all these stocks, like tech stocks and stuff. So that was kind of interesting, how he turned out and how I turned out, kind of similar interests. And yeah, I don't know what it is about horse movies. I just have a soft spot. I'm rating this higher than 5.2. I'm giving it like an 8 out of 10. But like I said, it surprised me. I watched the bonus features, and I thought, oh man, here's another lame, boring kids movie. I didn't even pay attention too much to the deleted scenes and the games and stuff. But it surprised me. Like I said. So it's filmed in South Africa, but they try to make it look like the Kentucky Derby Open, whatever that is. I'm not too familiar with the Kentucky Derby races, but the farm is right next to the racetrack, and it's owned by a conniving, mean woman, white woman. She runs the racetrack. She used to employ the farmer dude, and so they managed to finagle their way into the Kentucky Derby Open with the zebra. They built a little racetrack. They carve it out in the cornfield, which is kind of like a ripoff on Field of Dreams. But anyways, I like how the zebra's girlfriend, the thoroughbred jumper gal, she's told him that what's more important is what's inside, and that really struck me as something like don't judge a book by its cover, that kind of thing. I mean, there is a politically correct diversity, the ebony and ivory kind of stuff, but it kind of makes sense in context with what she was saying. You know, each person is a unique, sovereign individual, that kind of thing that I keep telling my son all the time. And then it's got the redneck Bryan Adams stuff. So it's kind of country Western almost feel to it. It's like it's almost like a redneck movie in a way, and it's kind of odd because it has that kind of politically correct mixture, and then the Bryan Adams kind of country music almost, and yeah, it's kind of a unique, kind of weird movie in a way. I can't really describe it. I thought the girl was really good, 16-year-old blondie. I like the story of the zebra being the underdog, the 99-1 long shot, as Emmet Walsh was saying, and I used to think that way, in terms that way too. The bigger the odds, the bigger the payout, kind of thing. I used to think along those lines when I went to the racetrack when I was really super young, in my like 13, even younger than this blondie girl. So yeah, I could sort of relate to it. It's a family comedy movie. Like I said, it gets PG for the poop jokes and stuff, but I don't know. It just kind of struck me as I like the race where the zebra was falling behind, and he gets a little inspiration. You can kind of guess the ending. I mean, it's pretty predictable ending. There's an alternate ending in the bonus features. I forget what it's about. Something about the zebra and the thoroughbred doing a little interbreeding and coming up with a little zebra that doesn't have stripes on its butt. I think that was the alternate ending. I don't remember. Like I said, I was kind of scanning through my dating apps, and I found a 23-year-old Filipina. She kind of looks like my first wife. A little chubby. Her face is kind of weird. She might be cross-eyed. I'm not sure, but yeah, really exotic. She's into Jollibee, so I know she's Filipina, and I asked her to meet me, but who knows if she will, especially with this coronavirus fear porn on the television. But anyways, I'm gonna go pick up my son now, and yeah, pretty decent film for a kids movie. It's not perfect, and I'm sure there are other viewers who can point out more flaws than I can, but it just struck a nerve with me. I thought it was a decent family comedy. It wasn't funny, really. It was just more like an inspirational underdog kind of movie. The uniqueness of the individual was emphasized, which appealed to me. The horse race was exciting. It kind of made me cry, even though I knew the outcome from the beginning, mainly by watching the bonus features in advance, which is what I like to do. I always watch the bonus features then in the movie, so I get a little bit more feel of what it's about and where it's going. I don't know why I do that. I just want to get the bonus features out of the way right away for some reason. I don't know why, but I like to spoil it for myself, I guess. I don't know why I do that, but yeah, I got a few more minutes to use the toilet before I go racing off in the rain to pick up my son. It's going to be 69 degrees rain. Pretty crazy weather. Anyways, I've been trying to wear my mask a lot less, like when I'm outside and when I'm on the crapper. When I'm indoors here, just walking around outside, I don't even wear it. I take it off, of course. But people in Sweden are being urged not to wear it. It's about the only place on the planet where this stupid mask thing isn't being encouraged. And I should have asked that annoying supervisor, the virus patrol guy, Dr. Fauci's virus patrol guy, to why we didn't have to wear masks during the seasonal flu, previous seasonal flu outbreaks that did exactly the same thing and kill people. But why even bother with somebody like that? They'll never change their minds about anything. So it's a waste of time. There are a lot of people here in California like that, unlike Wisconsin or Michigan, places like that. But maybe the tide will turn after people get sick and tired of being locked down. Anything can happen from now until August. So we'll see. But anyways, I got 1 minute to use the restroom, so I better take off. Laters.